Title: The Last Shipment. Part 1, Introduction, The Tea Seller's Voyage. In the late autumn of 1773, the Atlantic Ocean heaved with grey waves as a small British merchant ship sliced through the chill waters toward Boston Harbor. On board stood Edgar Thistlewhite, a respectable, if slightly pompous, tea merchant from Liverpool. His father had traded in fine Ceylon leaves, and now Edgar carried on the family trade, clutching to the belief that the colonies would soon come to their senses about this fuss over taxes. Surely, he muttered into the cold wind, no one in their right mind would turn away a perfectly good cup of Earl Grey. Edgar's shipment of East India Company tea was intended for Boston's wealthier families. He expected resistance, perhaps a few grumbles, but nothing serious. After all, who could hate tea? Part 2, The Seller arrives at the port. The ship docked under a slate-colored sky. Edgar stepped onto the creaking wharf with a practiced air of dignity, brushing the salt from his coat and patting the small curled wig atop his head. Behind him, crates of tea were being unloaded by grunting sailors. The town of Boston sprawled before him, grey timber houses, crooked lanes, and a restless wind that carried more than just the smell of salt and damp earth. It carried whispers. Edgar made his way toward a public square, dragging a small cart of neatly labeled tins, offering samples to any who passed. A few colonial shopkeepers turned away at the sight of the red British markings on his goods. He ignored it. One woman spat near his boots. Still, he smiled. But as he reached the heart of the port, he noticed something strange. Fewer people were buying. More were watching. Eyes glared from windows. Whispers had turned into muttering. The wind had changed. Part 3, The angry colonists rushed to him. By late afternoon, a crowd had formed near the square. Men in rough coats and powdered wigs, dockworkers with muscled arms, even teenagers holding scraps of paper pamphlets about liberty and tyranny. They weren't there for tea. "Who's the Brit?" a voice shouted. "That him? The one peddling taxed poison? Another lapdog of the king." Edgar's smile faltered. He tightened his grip on the cart handle. "I am but a humble merchant," he began, lifting his chin. "Bringing civilization." A rock thudded at his feet. Then another grazed the wheel of his cart. "Civilization doesn't wear a crown," someone barked. The crowd surged. Edgar backed away, his cart clattering as he turned to flee. But the sound of footsteps followed, dozens of boots and shoes on cobblestone, pounding with righteous fury.